This is the 5 pound challenge. And out of the 5 ways to reset your metabolism, we are talking about way 4, sleep like it's a strategy. Because deep rest is not a luxury, it's a fat burning, hormone balancing tool if we use it, and we should use it. So if you've ever been doing everything right, you're truly eating better, you're truly moving in a way that's appropriate for you, but you still feel exhausted and you can't lose weight and you're just off, your body is just off and you do not know what is going on. Take stock in what is going on around your sleep cycles because your sleep may be the missing link here. Sleep is not passive. We kind of look at it like, oh, now I'm sleeping now, like the world can happen to me. No, your body goes to work when you're sleeping. You don't have to consciously do it, which is the nice part. But even God rested. You guys, God rested on the 7th day. And so you should also be resting because sleep is a gift, but it is also a tool. It's when your body rebalances hormones, not just sex hormones, but also some of the other hormones we talked about, insulin, cortisol, ghrelin, but certainly the sex hormones as well. It's when it repairs tissues. It's when it turns short-term efforts into lasting results because your body can detoxify and let go of the things that it has been dealing with all day long. Now it's your body's time to do the work. Subconsciously, I guess. And why this matters is because poor sleep will raise cortisol, which is affectionately known as the stress hormone. We know it does other things than just that. But for this purpose, it is the stress hormone. And when we aren't sleeping well, your cortisol will start inching up. Also, your ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, will also elevate, while leptin, which is the hormone that tells your brain, I'm full, I don't need to eat anymore, will go down. And so your stress goes up and then your hunger goes up. And so you're eating. And then your satiety hormone, leptin, goes down. So you're eating and your brain is never saying, okay, now I'm full. And that combination creates cravings, especially for sugars and carbs, because that is how our body can get quick energy. And when it's very tired and when it's overstressed, it wants quick energy. It doesn't want to use fat for fuel because it has to work hard to turn fat into fuel. So that is why it's important to be well rested and to get these hormones regulated. Deep sleep will trigger growth hormone release, which actually can support fat metabolism and muscle repair. Interesting enough, sleep deprivation or not getting enough sleep will decrease your insulin sensitivity. And we know by now that that is something we really want to be supporting is our body's sensitivity to insulin. When we become insulin resistant, that will cause your body to store fat even with clean eating. So you can be eating great, but if you aren't sleeping well, your efforts are kind of not going as far as you would like for them to go. Quality sleep regulates the circadian rhythm, so your sleep-wake cycle, by syncing your energy, your appetite, and your repair cycle. So it's very important that we support a healthy sleep-wake cycle. We're sleeping at the same time every night, and we're waking up around the same time every day. And we're getting good long periods of sleep in between there, but we're also getting deep sleep. So what I want you to focus on for this wave 4 is first setting your bedtime rhythm. Aim to be in bed at, I'm going to say, around 10 p.m. and then get around 7 to 9 hours at night. Of course, that's going to depend on your responsibilities and your schedule, and you may need to go to bed a little bit earlier if you need to get up earlier and get out of the house. But really aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And you know what? If you are not snoozing the second your head hits the pillow, that's fine. Give yourself and your body the chance to sleep. And you may not be like conked out, but maybe you're just resting for a couple of minutes or, even a little bit longer as your body gets used to setting this circadian rhythm and this sleep-wake cycle. But give your body a chance to be in bed so it at least has a chance to sleep for that amount of time. If you're not in bed, you're not going to sleep for that amount of time. So you have to commit to getting into bed for, 7 to 9 hours. And then try to go to bed around the same time every night. That will train your hormones to reset predictably. And if your body knows what to expect, then it can do what it needs to do more predictably, easier, and more efficiently. So you're not always fighting like an uphill battle. One way you can support getting to sleep faster and getting into a deep sleep faster is turning off screens 60 minutes before bed. And I get that that can be very challenging, but this is one way I really want you to commit, because that blue light from your devices will wake your brain up, and it actually dysregulates your sleep-wake cycle. It blocks melatonin, which is your sleep hormone, and it can delay that sleep cycle, that deep sleep cycle. We want your room to be cool and dark and quiet. We don't want a lot of noise. You don't want, I mean, you can do like a white noise machine, but we don't want like music playing. You don't want device lights blinking. And if you can, as much as possible, get electricity away from your head. So don't have your phone plugged in right by your head. If you're sleeping on a sleep number bed, try unplugging it and see what your sleep does when you do that, because any electricity surrounding you at nighttime can disrupt your deep sleep as well. So when we start sleeping better and when we start using sleep as a powerful tool that it is, we experience a more stable mood and energy, fewer cravings and better appetite control, noticeable fat loss, especially belly fat, improved digestion and hormone balance. And again, I mentioned that that's the sex hormones, the estrogens, the testosterone, the progesterones, but that's also your insulin, your ghrelin, and your leptins. And then you might even experience clearer skin and faster recovery if you are truly prioritizing sleep as a powerful tool. So tonight, I would challenge you to set a wind down alarm. It's not, oh, my alarm goes off and I need to go to bed. It's, okay, I need to start getting ready for bed because pretty soon I'm going to need to be in bed. Around an hour before bed. That should give you plenty of time to, do all your nighttime stuff. So power down your screens, certainly at bedtime. Dim the lights in your home as much as possible, and let your body know it's time to start slowing down and resetting. Tomorrow morning, get sunlight first thing in the morning on your eyeballs before 9 a.m. Don't go out in shades. Don't stare at the sun, but get sunlight in your eyes. You have a lot of receptors in the back of your eyes that do well when we get that sunlight first thing in the morning. And then notice how your energy feels by midday. Journal these things either in your own journal or in your portal, and note how you're feeling with this change in your sleep-wake cycle. And just remember, you can't heal in fight or flight. Sleep is your body's way of shifting you back into the repair state and the regeneration state. So keep that in mind as you are prioritizing your sleep as a tool. Tomorrow, we are going to wrap up with Wave 5, Mastering Your Mindset. So we'll see you then.